please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports.
Hey, you're going to have to restart it because it was at default.
And welcome everyone to West Fargo High School, where broadcast coverage of today's EDC tournament basketball game has been made possible by Essentia Health, Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Backer Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. When possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports. The first matchup we have here tonight, starting at approximately 4:30, is going to be the West Fargo Packer girls versus the Shanley Deacon girls. So far, this is the first round of EDC happening Tuesday night. Second round will be happening on Thursday. Right now, West Fargo High is ranked number 4 in the EDC. They have a 13-7 record in the EDC and 14-6 overall. As for the Shanley Deacons, they are ranked number 5 with a 12-8 record in the EDC and overall. The first matchup turned out well for the Packers. It happened on January 7th here at West Fargo High School. They won 75-55. The leading scorer of that game was Ashlyn Diemert, as she had 6 threes that night, so she was on fire there for the Packers. The leading rebounder was Geeson with 7 rebounds, and the leading assister was Fowl with 6 assists. Overall, they were 48% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 71% from free throw with 8 steals and 12 turnovers. As for the Deacons, they were also putting down some dimes in the three-point range, as Liz Dabbert had 15 points and 5 threes on the night for herself. The leading rebounder was Hakeem with 7 rebounds. The leading assister was Mattern with 3 assists. Overall, they were 34% from the floor, 37% from three-point range, and 58% from free throw. They had 7 steals and 11 turnovers. However, the second matchup that happened at Shanley High School on February 16th turned out going in the favor of Shanley, where they won 63-53. Hakeem was the leading scorer with 21 points. She's also the leading rebounder with 14 rebounds. The leading assister was Mattern with 4 assists. They were 27% from the floor, 29% from three-point range, 63% from free throw. They had 11 steals and 10 turnovers. The leading scorer of that game was Fowl with 16 points. The leading rebounder was Simon with 15 rebounds, and the leading assister was also Fowl again with 6 assists. They had 7 steals and 20 turnovers. They were 31% from the floor, 28% from three-point range, and 86% from free throw. Some keys to the game here for the West Fargo Packers are going to be fouls. In their first matchup here against Shanley, which is at West Fargo High School, they had 20 fouls in total. Shanley got to the line a lot. And Cody, that's going to be a big reason that's going to possibly cause Shanley to come away with a win here, so they need to watch the fouls. As in their second matchup, they had 26 fouls. They also need to shut down Hakeem down low. She was the leading scorer down low. She's going to be hard to block, so Packers got to be ready and realize that the ball's going to be dumped down low to her quite often. They're going to look to try and get her going on a flow.
Yeah, Kenley, an interesting matchup tonight is definitely going to be Riley Simon and Hakeem. See who wins that battle down in the paint, as the winner may win the game if they win down in the paint.
And then you got to think about Liz Dabbert. She again had 5 threes in that first matchup. She was a little bit quieter in that second matchup that happened at Shanley, but they need to keep her under control. It's pretty easy for her to get going and on fire, and once that confidence builds, it's hard to stop her. They need to make sure that they keep her under control and keep those points from outside that three-point range to a minimum. Lastly, they need to rebound. There's a lot of tall girls here. We've got Hakeem, we've got Mattern, we've got the Kaiser. There's a lot of girls on the Shanley basketball team who match up really well against the West Fargo Packer girls, like Simon, like Fowl, like Diemert, like Walsvik. So Packers are going to need to dominate down low, especially on the defensive rebounds, so Shanley does not get second chance opportunities. Now, if you're the Shanley, you're hoping that the West Fargo Packers come out in a zone defense, and that's because that's kind of what happened here in that second game, which was at Shanley High School. Packers came out in that zone defense, and it didn't work out well for them. They didn't match up well down low, and that gave Hakeem the great job of getting able to get down low, get open, and put up some points. Then you got to remember, you also got to collapse down low, because you do have 3 tall players. You've got Fowl, you got Walsvik, you have Simon, all players who are good from inside the paint, not exactly right below the basket, so you got to watch out for that. Lastly, you just got to make sure that Diemert gets under control as well. She doesn't, if she hits those 6 threes in this game like she did last game, it's a totally big different game, so you need to watch her as well.
You know, Kenley, I'm going to add on to that. I think one big thing for the Shanley Deacons right now to do is they need to drive to the basket and get rack up those fouls for the Packers. Like we talked about, that's the Packers' biggest weakness is racking up those fouls. You get Riley Simon and Chloe Fowl in foul trouble early on, that's going to definitely help out that Shanley Deacon offense because you won't have those big girls down in the paint protecting, and that's going to open up shots down low to Hakeem.
Yes, and a player to keep your eye on here for the West Fargo Packers is going to be Bryn Geeson. So far, she's in the top 10 in EDC as she has 106 assists, which is about 5 per game, so keep her eye open. She made 27 threes in the last 18 games, and she does a great job seeing the whole entire floor. That's how you get almost 5 assists every game. She does a great job seeing the floor, finding the open person. She's unselfish. She gets the ball up, and she helps her teammates. And she's doing really good. And she's one of the 2 seniors here for West Fargo High School. She's a big backbone that has gotten the West Fargo Packers to the number 4 seed in the EDC. As for a Shanley player to watch, that'd be Lydia Matter, and she has 56 steals in 20 games. She is useful beyond the arc, but she's also very useful in the paint as well. She's very dynamic. She can hit the shot from just about anywhere on the floor. She's a senior and she has good experience, and overall she has 175 points this season. So in just a minute here, we're going to hand it over to our PA announcer. Again, if the national anthem is sung here by a student, we will stay. If it is not, we will go to a commercial break.
And Kenley, we were just informed that it is pronounced Mo Hakim, not Hakeem. So we do apologize for that. We will make that correction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
and we'll turn it over to our PA announcer.
EDC Girls Basketball Tournament. This basketball game features a visiting Shanley Deacons battling your West Fargo Packers. This game between the Deacons and the Packers will be played under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. Fans are asked to be positive supporters for the respective teams and to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout the contest. Participants are asked to be positive role models and to remember that you represent your school and community by your actions. Please help us to be number 1 in good sportsmanship. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
And with that, we'll be going to a commercial break.
It was like you can't even describe it. Like I always tell people who don't have kids, it's like your heart running outside of your body. It's just incredible. Like, you made this little human and you do everything you can to protect them.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
And welcome back, everyone. Just got done here with the national anthem. We'll be putting it over here to the starting lineups for the Shanley Deacons and the West Fargo Packers.
The Shanley Deacons. Starting up forward, a 5'8" senior, number 4, Lydia Motter. Starting the guard, a 5'9" senior, number 10, Kate Newsett. Starting the guard, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Hannah Hodel. Starting the post, a 6'2" senior, number 31, Mo
ladies and gentlemen, and is your starting lineups again here for the Deacons. You have number 4, Lydia Matter, number 10, Kate Busick, number 24, Hannah Hodel, number 31, Molly Kim, and number 33, Emily Shrema. For the Packers, you have number 4, Bryn Geeson, number 11, Chloe Fowl, number 12, Bradley Peterson, number 23, Ashlyn Diebert, number 32, Mariley Simon. As this is the first round of EDC basketball here at West Fargo High School. Again, broadcast coverage of today's EDC tournament basketball game has been made possible by Essential Health, Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at the Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Backer Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. Please give them a big thank you, and if given the opportunity, please patronize their businesses. Hakim and Simon in the middle of the tip-off, and the Packers win. Ball given to Chloe Fowl, back there to Geeson. Again, one of the 2 seniors here for the Packers. Back to Geeson at the top of the key, guarded there by Hodel, but it looks like the Shanley Deacons are going to be in a 1-2-2 zone. So Deacons are going to start it in the 1-2-2 zone. It's going to be interesting, Cody, to see what type of defense the Packers come out in here. Again, if that zone didn't really work too well for them that past game where they lost at Shanley High School. They did play a man-to-man in the game that they won. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mike Benson starts with, but it looks like he's going to be going in a man-to-man defense. Mattern with the ball up to Shrema at the top of the key. Over to Busick here on the near side. And she's guarded there by Geeson. Hodel at the top of the key trying to direct some traffic. Guarded by Bradley Peterson. Lydia Matter, nice job there. As Ashlyn Deemert's able to take that ball away, and she got in front of Shrema. So good defense there coming out by the Packers. Coming in strong. Bradley Peterson with the ball. Back to Bryn Geeson at the top of the key again. Looks like Bradley Peterson trying to get that ball into the middle there to Chloe Fowl, but was just blocked, and ball's getting up to Lydia Mattern, and Deacons are going to get the first points of the game. So Deacon fans are finally able to take a seat on the bleachers as they are up now 2-0 on the Essential Health scoreboard.
Slow start here for both teams, Kenley, and I think a little bit of that is just to get those jitters out. Let these players calm down, and I'm sure that's what both coaches are going to be telling them in the timeout when we get there. Slow down, calm down, and just go play your basketball.
As there maybe should have been a double dribble call, but that's no good. And Bradley Peterson is going to step out of bounds as she tried to save that one. As I think maybe what we're kind of seeing here, especially from Bradley Peterson, is just a little bit of those jitters. She's a freshman, she's doing good, and Coach Mike Benson there on the sidelines telling her, hey, you got this, slow down. This is just like any other game. We're still at our home court, we're still going hard. As that was a nice play there by Lydia Mattern, and she's going to go to the line to shoot too. So Packers came out really good defensively, kind of slowing down Cody, and now Shanley Deacons are taking it to the hole.
And the Packers get the first foul of the night. And like we talked about at the pregame, Kenley, that's something that the Shanley Deacons need to do. Get those Packers to rack up those fouls, because that'll definitely give the advantage to the Deacons.
As Mattern's first one is off the mark, so she's going to try to make it a 3-point differential here. As she does just like that. So 3-0, Deacons are up on the Essential Health scoreboard as Van Winkle's going to check in here for Bradley Peterson, as she is going to be taking control. Gives it over there to Geeson, and Geeson just with a little bit of butterfingers there, and that one just slid right out of her hands.
Packers just need to settle down, go play their basketball.
And it's very loud. You can tell this is kind of a different atmosphere here tonight, as everything in here is just a little bit louder. People are a little bit more on edge. Everyone kind of knows it's tournament time. But as a player, you got to remember this cannot be getting to you. As a Packer player, you're probably thinking you're pretty lucky right now. Hey, it's home court advantage. We have a little bit of say. We know this court. Let's take advantage of that and hopefully come away with the win. If you're the Shanley Deacons, you're coming into somebody else's house, and you're going to make a big statement if you come away with a win here tonight.
Kenley, and this is crazy, because if you think about it, about a year from today or so, high school sports shut down, and if you were to tell me we were going to have this big atmosphere at West Fargo High School, I would have said no. So it's great to have the fans back in the stands and have some EDC basketball.
As it looks like the Packers have now switched to a 2-3 zone. As Shrema gets the ball right at the top of the key, she's going to go for the jumper, and that's nothing but net. So Deacons now up 5-0 here on the Essential Health scoreboard. As the Packers are in need of some much-needed points. Good defense there by the Deacons, and Mattern's going to come away with it. And she's going to get another 2 points here. And with that, Mike Benson is going to be taking a timeout. So 7-0. Deacons are up on the Essential Health scoreboard. We'll be back right after this break from our sponsors.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
7-0 here on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Deacons are up. Packers have yet to score in this first half with about 15:54 on the clock. And Cody, we were just talking about this. Shanley Deacons taking it all in. They're doing a really good job converting on the mistakes that the Packers have made early in this game. Defense going well here. It looks like the zone is working out pretty darn good in their favor for the Deacons as they come away with a few turnovers already. Foul with a deep three. And that one's just short into the hands of Busick, going the other way. Busick's going to slow things down. She's going to be guarded by Geeson. Gives it up to Mattern, who's wide open, but doesn't go for the three. She's going to pull it back out instead. Tosses it down there. This tries to Hakim, but no good. And it looks like Simon's going to come away with that one for the Packers. Geeson in the corner for three. And that one's just off the mark, but it's going to be rebounded there by Busick yet again. Tipped in the air by both Packers and Shanley players. But Deacons come away with it. As that one just wasn't in right into the hands of Chloe Fowl. Shrema just wasn't even looking. Nice move there by Chloe Fowl, and she gets the first 2 points here for the Packers. So Deacons now up only by 5 as the score is 7-2 here on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Again, we want to remind you that broadcast coverage made possible by Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. Make home happen with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union with a 97% satisfaction rate. It's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. And just like that, Hakim gets her first points of the night and makes it 9-2 on the Essentia Health scoreboard.
You know, Kenley, if you're a Packers fan right now, you got to be pretty happy. You're only down 7, and that was a long 3 minutes.
And if you're a Deacons fan, you're extremely happy right now. That was a good play there by Chloe Fowl coming in and not causing the foul to get called. But Deacons coming out against an opponent's court. They're not in their own gym, and the atmosphere here. The Shanley Deacons parents and fans have done a tremendous job bringing in Shanley pride, bringing in Shanley energy into this gym to help them come away with a little more confidence here. And it's really paying off for them, Cody.
Yeah, you said it, Kenley. I can't agree anymore. The Packers just need to, like I said, get back to their basketball, take a deep breath, and just play and get the momentum back in their hands.
And that's going to be a foul on Walsvik. So Walsvik's going to pick up her first personal and a second team foul.
Personal second team foul. Moab County shooting 2.
As Hakim's first one is just off the mark, as Bradley Peterson's going to come in here for Walsvik. Nope, just joking. It's going to be Diemert. So a little bit of confusion there between the Packers players as Diemert comes out and Walsvik will stay in. Walsvik was one who just picked up that foul, but Diemert is going to be taking a break on the bench instead. As Hakim's second one does fall, and it's an 8-point differential here. 10-2, Deacons lead on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Packers need to do a good job here, getting control. They need to get that ball. Taylor Van Winkle with the ball, gives it back to Fowl for the shot, and the three off the mark. Rebounded there by Busick yet again, who's come away with a ton of rebounds here for the Deacons. Giving up hop there to number 14, Neville, and Neville makes the jumper and good. And Mike Benson is not happy as the West Fargo Packers are going to be taking a timeout. So it is going to be 12-2 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Deacons up. We'll be back after this break.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back, everyone. 12-2, Deacons lead on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Geeson with the ball. She's going to cross half court, see if she can slow things down here. As Cody, we just witnessed the pretty upset Mike Benson take his second time out here of the half and see if he can get his team to do something. Chloe Fowl with a nice little jumper. That one's just off the mark. Rebounded there by Shrema. Shrema's going to come away with it and give it up to Mattern. And she's on the line, but that one doesn't matter because her foot was on the line, so there is no over and back call. As Hakim's got it now at the top of the key. Busick thought about the three, but it's a no-go. Gives it back to Mattern. Mattern thought about the three, guarded there by Van Winkle, but doesn't go for it. Giving back to Melville in the far corner, down to Hakim, who's guarded there by Simon. Cross-court pass to matter, but no good. And they've got 6 seconds on the clock, and that's going to be last touch by the Deacons.
Maybe a little switch in momentum, a little help here for the Packers, because, Kenley, this is not the Packers team we've seen all season long. They just appear to be rattled and just nervous, and that might be due to the fact that the Shanley Deacons, all of them are upperclassmen except for Melville, and this Packer team is quite young.
Yeah, you're right. Other than Geeson, who's on the court right now, that's the only senior. The rest of the players on this court are all 10th graders or 9th graders, so you're correct. Packers are young on the floor as Simon maybe hopefully gets a little warmed up, starts breaking the ice here for the Packers and get something going, but you're correct, Cody. Packers do not have a lot of experience when it comes to big tournaments like this, and the Deacons, as you said, upperclassmen except for Melville, so that's going to be coming in their favor tonight. As Hakim's got it, gonna have a nice little spin move, and they're gonna call a foul on Riley Simon. So Packers are gonna pick up their 3rd team foul. Excuse me, it's actually gonna be on Chloe Fowl. So Chloe Fowl's already got 2 fouls, Cody. And that's not going so well for them in that category. Yeah, would like to remind you that broadcast coverage is made possible by Go Promo in West Fargo. Contact Casey or Twilight Go Promo for all of your promotional needs covered. Visit justgopromo.com. Go Promo, consider it branded. As Deemer does come back in here for the Packers, and Peterson's going to take a little break on the bench. So 14-4 here. Deacons lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Foul with the ball in the far corner, guarded there by Hakim. Giving back to Van Winkle. Over there to Foul, who thought about the 3 but doesn't go for it. Deep team there. Van Winkle thought about the 3, no good. Gives it back to Foul for possibly a 3, but she says no, and she's going to go for the jumper instead, and that was just off the mark, and rebounded there by Shrima. And Cody, I'm noticing a little bit of hesitation from behind that 3-point line too by the Packers. That's not something that we usually see. Packers usually feel pretty confident behind the line, so that could be part of a reason why things aren't going their way tonight as well. As Packer players wanted a foul there on Hakim, but no one's going to get called as Simon did come away with the rebound. And there's Van Winkle for 3, well short, but rebounded there by Deemert, who tries to save it, but no good. And possession arrow is going to go to the Deacons as Solvik Seymour comes in here for the Packers, and she is exactly the person you need to get the Packers back in this game, as she has been nailing 3s and 3s and 3s. In fact, during the JV game, she was averaging about 6 threes in the first half. So if there's anyone now that the Shanley Deacons need to keep their eyes on, it's going to be Solvik Seymour. She is very deadly from behind that 3-point line. As Hakim's got it, she's able to get it back out, drives, and they're going to say there's a foul on that one, but no, it's going to be a travel instead, so Hakim's going to get a travel call. Shot is no good. And Packers are going to get the ball.
And you know, Kenley, we just have over 6 minutes into this one, and the Shanley Deacons have yet to commit that first foul. So something for the Packers definitely need to do. Drive to the baskets and see if you can get some fouls and get some easy points at the free throw line. I hope you get back into this one.
And Shorn was able to tip that one out of bounds. And Bradley Peterson's going to come in there for Bryn Geeson. As we've seen quite a few substitutions here for both teams so far tonight, doing a good job of getting a lot of different players in as they're trying to see what will give them the opportunity to come away with a win here for both teams. Foul with the ball, gives it over there to Bradley Peterson, who passes it over to Seymour, but then it gives it back down there. Peterson with the ball off beyond the arc. Foul with the ball, 8 seconds here on the shot clock. She needs to do something. She takes a shot, and that was just on the mark. Rebound there by Busek, who's going to come away with it, and she's fumbling with it a little bit as Bradley Peterson is just not playing defense with her feet, Cody. That was just, I don't want to say a dumb foul, but not a foul that the Packers needed to take. And that's going to get them on their 4th team foul. And it's going to be Bradley Peterson's first. As Coach Benson and the West Fargo Packers are going to pull down that press defense. And Chloe Fowl, I believe, is going to pick up her 3rd personal. And she is, so Chloe Fowl's going to pick up her 3rd personal with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here as the Deacons are up 14-4 here on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Busek with it, gives it over there to Melville, who's going to see what she can do. Up to Shorm at the top of the key, back to Busek, who thought about the 3. Hakim right there, open down low. No good, back to Busek, who was able to snag that one. Gives it back to Melville, over here to Shorm on the near side. Looks like the Packers are back into a 2-3 zone as Shorma's able to get that one to drop. So Shanley Deacons absolutely destroying the West Fargo Packers here as the score is 16-4 in the Essential Health scoreboard, and the Packers just cannot seem to get themselves together. And that one is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a Deacons ball.
And you know, Kenley, we talked about it at half. The Shanley Deacons have came to play and execute. They have racked up that Packer foul, up to 5 fouls, and Deacons have yet to commit a foul. And with the help of that, the Deacons are up 16-4 here in the first half.
Yeah, it's a little crazy here how much the Packers are kind of, I don't want to say snoozing, but maybe the Shanley Deacons are just extra awake. As that one's given to Hodel. Hakim down low with a nice little jumper. That was just off the mark. Rebounded there by Van Winkle, who falls but is able to get back up. Nice job there by Van Winkle. You know, for being such a young player, I do want to say Van Winkle is a tremendous player. She does a good job. She handles the ball very well. She comes in when she needs to. She comes in off the bench and she's ready to go. So good job there to Van Winkle, being a young player who's coming in here for the Packers and able to give them a little bit of calm in this midst of this storm that they're in right now. What were you saying?
Sorry, Kelly, I think I forgot to knock on wood there as the Deacons just pick up their first foul, so I do apologize to the Deacon fans.
Gamer for three off the mark, but rebounded there by Geeson, who's going to go all the way, and she's going to get the foul. As Kim is going to be called for a body, I believe. So nice job there by Geeson coming in and getting the rebound. As we'd like to remind you that broadcast coverage is also made possible by Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Find out how your life can change, through chiropractic. Visit htchiro.com. Healing Touch Chiropractic is in West Fargo, North Dakota, everyone. So if you're looking for some chiropractic stuff, go to Healing Touch in West Fargo. Remember that you can find them at htchiro.com. As Geeson, the second one doesn't fall, so it's going to be 16-5 here. Deacons with the lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Hodel here with the ball, guarded by Geeson. As Shorman's going to get it here on the near side. Back to Hodel. Lydia Mattern open right in the paint. She's going to be deadly from there, but Packers do a good job defensively. And look at it. It's Van Winkle yet again with the defensive play and does a nice job keeping the ball from getting called for a travel. So Van Winkle coming in with two big plays for the Packers in a row on the defensive end. Deemer with the ball here. She's going to look to go as Simon has a nice little jumper. Nothing but net. And now it's 16-7 here. Deacons up by 9. And Cody, this might be the awakening that the Packers really need. And it's going to be a timeout called for Steve Jacobson and the Shanley Deacons. So it is 16-7 here. Deacons lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. We'll be back right after this break.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
16-7 here at West Fargo High School. Deacons are up on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Again, broadcast coverage made possible by the Packer Backers Booster Club. They are proud to support West Fargo Packers and wish both the boys and girls basketball teams the best of luck in the EDC tournament. Again, EDC tournament starts today as this is the first round. It'll go on and happen again on Thursday, and then it will finish up on Saturday at the Shack.
And for the Packer fans, we will be broadcasting the boys basketball. That start time is going to be about 7:30, so be sure to come back and check that one out as well, as they'll be facing the Grand Forks Central Knights.
And Busick launches one up there, no good. And you know, I'm a little excited, Cody. It's our first doubleheader with a boys and a girls game happening, kind of like they did it back in the old days, pre-COVID, you know. So it's gonna be a good one tonight. Yep, that game's starting at about, as Cody said, 7:30. But knowing time, that could be 8. That could probably be later than that even so. But make sure you're tuning in by 7:30, as that'll be the start of the boys game. As Simon has a nice jumper, and that one rattles in and out. But look at Deemer with the rebound. No foul called there on Hakim, and Deacons are going to come away with it. Lydia Mattern with the ball gives it back here to Hodel over to Busick for possibly the 3, but she decides not to. Back to Mattern, a lot of cross-court passes here. Packers need to travel on airtime as Busick goes for the 3, no good. Shrima's going to Shrima's going to kind of battle it out there with Geeson, but Geeson's going to come away and kind of box out Shrima as the Packers are going to get that ball.
Yeah, you said it, Kenley. Britton Geeson did a wonderful job boxing out the Shanley player, not letting her get that ball as Geeson kind of knew that she wasn't able to pick that ball up. So do a good job of just box out the player and not let the Deacons get the ball back.
As Bradley Peterson looks to go all the way, they're going to say her foot was on the line. At least that's what the Shanley player want, but no good. As we've seen that a lot from Bradley Peterson so far this game. And you know, if I'm a Packers player right now, I'm telling Bradley Peterson, go. Don't drive that one and not go away from the basket. Drive down there. See if you can draw a foul. Hakim has already fouled once down low on a play just kind of like that. Drive to the basket. See if you can get Hakim to foul some more and have the possibility of Shanley Deacons to rack up their personal team fouls. Simon with the jumpers, just a little short, rebounded there by Busick and the Deacons. We also want to remind you that broadcast coverage is made possible by Van Dam Chiropractic. Are you recovering from a sports injury, car accident, or just need relief from chronic pain? Visit VanDamChiropractic.com to schedule a free consultation with Dr. Scott Van Dam at Van Dam Chiropractic in Fargo.
We just saw the Shanley Deacons take a three, and Bryn Geeson almost had a turnover there as she was tight walking that half-court line there, but able to keep the possession, but the Deacons come away with it here.
Hodel with it at the top of the key. She's going to dish down to Shrima, back out there to Melville. Melville, back out to Busick at the top of the key. Back to Melville, down to Hodel. Tosses it down low to Shrima, and Hodel's going to go for the three off the mark. Rebounded there by Bradley Peterson, who's going to look to come away with it. The only person in the way is Melville, then Bradley Peterson's going to go course to coast. But that one's no good, and it's going to be rebounded there by Hodel as Walsvik and Busick battled it out. And Hodel was able to come away with it for the Deacons. Melville with the ball here. She's going to be double teamed. As Shrima kind of losing control, is able to get it back, and now we have it to Hodel at the top of the key. Hakim with it down low, and that was going right off the backboard, and that's going to be another foul here on the West Fargo Packers.
And that's going to be the 7th on the Packers, so the Deacons will now be in the bonus. And Kenley, on that last possession for the Packers, you know, Peterson missed that layup there, but that she did a great job driving to the basket, hoping for a foul. Luck just wasn't on her side, and she wasn't able to get the foul called, but I like that.
As that was Riley Simon's first personal, and the Packers' 16th foul, as Geeson and Walsvik will take a seat on the bench here for the Packers. So Hakim still has one shot to go here to possibly make it 21-7. And she does just that, so 14-point differential here, as it's 21-7. Deacons leading on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. As Hakim takes a break on the bench, a much well-deserved one. As Bradley Peterson's going to bring up the ball, tosses it over there to Solvig Seymour, down to Demerch. He's going to see what she can do. Back there to Bradley Peterson, who's going to look to drive, dishes it out to Solvig Seymour for three. And that one's just off the mark. Rebounded there by Hannah Hodel. Giving up to Kate Busick, who's going to take control here, see what she can do. She thought about going all the way down low there to Shrima, but no good. Melville with it, dishes it down there to Bird. Back over to Busick, up to Hodel on the far corner. Busick with the ball. Shanley Deacons doing a really good job finding the open players and keeping that ball around as Bradley Peterson came out of nowhere and was able to block that shot from Shrima, but no good as Shrima comes in and gets the rebound herself. And that's going to be the 7th team foul here for the Packers. As Riley Simon's going to pick her second personal, and Cody, this just this doesn't seem to be getting going in the Packers' favor at all. If you're a Deacons fan, you got to be happier than happy.
Yeah, the Deacons have done a very good job of coming to West Fargo and playing 110% here, and it is shown. They're doing everything we talked about in that first half, winning the battles down in the paint, forcing the Packers to rack up those team fouls, and as a result, they're up by 14.
Shrima makes the second one and makes it 22-7 here. Deacons lead on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Again, broadcast coverage made possible by Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. Make home happen with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. With a 97% satisfaction rate, it's clear my members love Town & Country Credit Union.
Solvig Seymour's shot on the far side corner is no good, and the Deacons now have it here.
Kate Busick with the ball over there to Shrima, down there to Bird, and that was just going to be knocked out of bounds. Good job there by, I believe that was Seymour for the Packers, who made the nice defensive play as Hakim and Sherma come in here for the Shanley Deacons. So Deacons here with the ball, 16 seconds on the shot clock as that one's given in there to Melvold. Over there to Shorma, who's going to go for the three. Little strong, rebounded there by Deemer, who's going to come away with it. Deemer's pushing the ball up the court fast. She's going to pull it out a little bit, gives it there to Geeson. Over to Van Winkle for three. And that one's just short as well. Rebounded there by Hakim. Hakim gives it off to Busek to see if she can manage the traffic here for the Deacons and set something up. Over there to Melvold, down to Hakim, who's triple team now down low. And they're going to call a jump ball, so good job. Solveig Seymour coming in with a help defense in causing the jump ball to be called. The possession is going to stay with the Shanley Deacons. As Solveig Seymour doing a good job on the defense there. Hakim with the ball, now gives it out to Shorma, gives it to Melvold. Back to Busek here. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. As the Shanley Deacons need to do something fast. Shrema with the ball down low. Tipped away there by Jessica Walsbeck. But it is going to be a last touch by Hakim, who tried to come in and save that. So overall, that was a good defensive movement down there by the Packers. They're going to need to keep that up, though, as it's 22-7 here on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard with about 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Van Winkle thought about it, gives it out to Solveig Seymour instead. Cross-court pass to Geeson, down to Demerch, who's going to drive. No good. Nice dish there. He's trying to get the dish to Walsvik, but just a little too strong. And Deacons are going to come away with it. So another turnover here for the Packers. As Kate Busick has some nice handles to keep the ball in her possession. There to Melvold for three. That one's just off the mark. Rebounded there by Shrema, though. And Walsvik with a nice big block, saying not today. As that ball is going to stay in possession with the Shanley Deacons. And Walsvik coming in again with another defensive play here for the Packers. Ball given out to Melville at the top of the key. Back to Shrema at the top there of the paint. And she's been kind of deadly from around that area already. So Shrema gets another 2 points for the Deacons. It makes it 24-7 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard.
Yeah, Kenley, we're about 13 and a half minutes into this one, and the Packers have yet to reach double digits here, so not the start the Packers wanted. But if you're a Deacons fan, you can't be any more happier.
As Walsvik's little jumper is no good. Rebounded there by Hakim. And that's going to be a foul there. I'm not sure. I believe it's going to be on Solveig Seymour. Either way, it is going to be the Packers' 8th team foul. And it's actually going to be on Taylor Van Winkle, which is going to be her first personal. As Bradley Peterson will come in here for the Packers. And Lydia Mattern will come in here for the Deacons. So Hakim's at the line shooting that 1-and-1. As it looks like the Deacons are going to come away with that offensive rebound, but Shrema's shot is just off the mark, and Packers are going to come away with it. Van Winkle with the ball, gives it up to Geeson. Back there to Demon on the corner, back to Geeson for three, and that one's off the mark. And that one's going to go on a bounce, so it's going to be Deacons' ball. Again, broadcast coverage is also made possible by Go Promo in West Fargo. Contact Casey or Twyla at Go Promo for all of your promotional needs covered. Visit justgopromo.com. Go Promo. Consider it branded. As Deacons do a nice job breaking the press. Lydia Mattern dishes that one back out to Melvold. Over there to Busick at the top of the key. Back to Melvold, who's able to snag that one in and give it back to Busick. Melvold with it, as it looks like Melvold and Busick were just playing pass there for a little bit. And they're going to say that was the last touch by a Packer player. As we also have Uche coming in here for the Packers. And she's going to be someone who's going to be a person to keep an eye on because Kim's 6'2", and Uche is 6'3", so definitely someone who's going to be able to contest Mo Hakim. And Van Winkle was outside behind the line, as that was just an unlucky moment for her to get the ball, so it is going to be Deacons' ball. As that was just unlucky is all I got to say about that one. Just had her foot outside the lines as Shrema takes another little jumper, and she gets another 2 points. As the Deacons are up by 19 here. The score is 26-7 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard with about 3:15 here to go in this first half. As you mentioned earlier, Cody, Packers yet to hit the double digits as Bradley Peterson and the Packers have a turnover. And there's been a few turnovers that have happened so far in this first half. As Bradley Peterson tries to drive to that baseline, decides not to go for the layup, and tries to dish that ball before she gets out of bounds. And she's just been a little late on getting that ball out of her fingertips, and has therefore been caught on the baseline with the basketball still in her hands. Hodel with the ball here, given down to Mattern. Thought about it, gives it back to Busick over to Hodel here on the near side. Looks like the Packers are going to be in a 2-3 zone. Lydia Mattern with the ball, gives it back to Hodel. Over to Busick again. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Mattern with the ball, dips it down there to Hakim. As that was a nice job by Uche for getting in front of Hakim and knocking that ball out of bounds.
5 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Deacons, so they're going to have to do something fast.
Yeah, you maybe got one or two dribbles here, depending on where you land, and then that ball needs to go up in the air before you get a shot clock violation. But Hodel's not going to dribble at all. She's going to shoot the 3, but that one's off the mark as Simon comes away with it. And Packers do have a man advantage as Schliemann fell down on that last one. Nice job there by Deemer. No good. And Riley Simon and Hodel are going to fight it out there for the jump ball, and it is going to stay with the Packers. Again, broadcast coverage is also made possible by Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Find out how your life can change through chiropractic. Visit hdchiro.com. Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Packers with the ball. Issues it into Simon for a nice little floater. And she finally gets another much-needed 2 points. As it seems like it's been just about forever, Cody, since the Packers have scored. And they're only one more basket away from finally hitting that double-digit mark with about 2:20 here to go. Again, score is 26-9. Deacons are up on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard.
Yeah, Kenley, this just isn't the Packer team that we've seen all season long. And I think sometimes, as a basketball player, you just have those off nights. You can't get the shots to go. But then in that case, they really need to shore up on their defense. And that's something that's going to keep them into this one, as they got to do a little better job on defense.
As that was a nice job by Peterson, and Gieson's going to go all the way, but no foul called. And Gieson's layup is no good. Rebounded there by Busick. And you know, Cody, you're right, as I believe Lydia Mattern's going to be called for a travel, which she is. But as I was trying to say, you're right. This isn't the Packers game that we have seen kind of all season long. And this is kind of a lights-out game that the Shanley Deacons are playing. They're playing phenomenal right now. Coming in again to a different, to a not their home court. They're coming into the opponent's house. And they're just playing lights out. And the atmosphere in here, you would almost think it maybe was at the Shanley Deacons home court instead. As Deemer tries to dish that one down to Simon, but Lydia Mattern is going to block that one. And she's going to come away with it. So Lydia Mattern tosses it up to Busick on the near side here, guarded there by Gieson. Busick gives it to Hakim in the middle of the paint. No good, as it looks like Bradley Peterson and Hakim are going to fight for it. No good. Hakim falls down. And Brent Gies is going to get it, pass it out there to was Bird.
That was a hot potato, Kevin.
That was a hot potato is right. I'm not even sure.
What happened?
Yeah, that was kind of all over the place there. I think there could have been a few calls of a jump ball here and there, and maybe even a travel here and there, as if the jump ball would have been called. There was definitely some girls who were rolling around with the ball. But refs decided to let that one play out.
You know, I like that, Ken. I like the refs letting these girls play out and not being so picky on the fouls and just letting the girls play. That's exactly how these tournaments need to be, and it's good to see it here.
As Mattern will try and get her second one to fall here to make it 27-9. As she does, so 27-9 with about 1:10 here left in the first half on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. As Van Winkle's got it, dishes it over there to Peterson, who's going to give it back to Gieson on the near side. Thought about giving it to Solvik Seymour, but no good. Gives it over to Peterson. Back to Van Winkle, who thought about the three. Instead, she's going to give it up to Bradley Peterson, and they're going to call a foul here. I believe it's going to be on Hodel, which is going to cause the Deacons to get their third team foul. I also remind you that broadcast coverage is also made possible by the Packer Banker Booster Club, which is proud to support the West Fargo Packers and wishes both the boys and the girls basketball teams the best of luck in the EDC tournament. And as Cody mentioned earlier, we'll be having the boys game with the tentative start time of 7:30 here tonight, as well as Solvik Seymour's three is high and up and go good. And I think Packer players kind of hoping for a little bit of a prayer there that it would go in, but no good, as Mattern's going to have it controlled. Gives it up to Busick. There's about a 10-second difference here between the game clock and the shot clock, so Deacons are going to need to get it off before the shot clock goes off. Lydia Mattern dishes it out to Hodel for three, and Hodel's three is no good as Gieson comes away with it. And she's got about 17 seconds here before halftime hits. Gives it up to Van Winkle. Van Winkle's going to drive back to Gieson. Gieson's going to say that she needs some movement as the Packer players are standing around, and that cannot happen. Packer players need to keep moving. Van Winkle gives it over there to Gieson. 2 seconds. Gieson with a deep three off the mark. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Shanley Deacons are up 27-9 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Before we go to break, we also want to remind you that broadcast coverage is also made possible by Van Dam Chiropractic. Are you recovering from a sports injury, car accident, or just need relief from chronic pain? Visit VanDamChiropractic.com to schedule a free consultation with Dr. Scott Van Dam at Van Dam Chiropractic in Fargo. And with that, we'll be going to our halftime break and have these messages from our sponsors. Again, 27-9 here, Deacons with the lead.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Dr. Scott Van Dam provides comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture health care. He specializes in treating conditions involving the nerves, muscles, and joints in patients from infants to elderly. If he finds your condition is one that cannot be resolved or you're not seeing improvement with treatment, he will get you to a doctor who can. Call Dr. Scott Van Dam at 701-532-5320. Also, visit them online, vandamchiropractic.com, or stop in for a consultation at 1203 28th Street, South Fargo. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
And welcome back, everyone. 27-9 here during halftime on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard as the Shanley Deacons lead. Again, broadcast coverage of today's EDC Tournament basketball games has been made possible by Essentia Health. Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Banker Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. When possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports. They have also made possible for later on tonight, starting at around 7:30, the boys Packer team playing on the Grand Forks Central boys Knights basketball team. Again, that game will be about 7:30 start time here at West Fargo High School. And you know, Cody, if you're the Shanley Deacons right now, you are super, super happy. I mean, Packers are not even in double digits. They have 9 points here in this first half. That is not something we are used to seeing here at West Fargo High School.
Yeah, Kenley, you said it. The Deacons players and fans have got to be happy. They came to West Fargo High School. They said this is our game, and they're playing like it. They've executed on defense. They've got the Packers, force them to rack up the fouls, and the Deacons are just doing everything that you need to do on a basketball court. The only thing I say to them is don't let up that gas pedal. The minute they let up that gas pedal, Packers might come back. So the Deacons at halftime, heck of a first half. Keep playing like you are. Get the Packers in foul trouble early on in this second half and kind of screw up the Packers' plan for the second half to try to get back into this one, as the Packers have yet to reach that double-digit mark. That's crazy to think of. The Shanley Deacons, that just goes to their awesome defense.
And you're right. You know, considering Shanley Deacons have not hit a lot of threes, their scoring-wise has come off a defense which has been tremendous. They started out in a 1-2-2 zones and then switched to a 2-3, then back to a 3-2 zone. They're switching up, but they're staying consistent in the zone, and that is causing problems for the West Fargo Packers, especially the ball handlers. They're collapsing right at the top of the key, which is causing a lot of problems because Packers don't want to get that over and back. But then the West Fargo Packer players are also kind of leaving their ball handlers stranded. The Packer players cannot stop moving. As soon as you start moving, it's game over. You're no longer trying to get open. You're no longer trying to make a play. And that's the big thing so far here tonight for the Packers is they didn't come out ready to play, I don't think. I think they were thinking, hey, it's our home court, we'll be fine. And Packers really need to kind of wake up. They've got 18 minutes here to try to swing this one back around, as the winner of this game will be playing the winner of Grand Forks, Red River, and Valley City, which are playing tonight. So the winner of this game will play the winner of Grand Forks Red River. The loser of this game will play the loser of that matchup as well. So they will play the loser of Grand Forks Red River versus Valley City.
You know, Kenley, I can't agree with you anymore on that. I think the Packers came out to this one, and the nerves got to the best of them right away. The first 5 minutes, they were just nervous. Sloppy basketball, not them that we've seen all season long. And I think it just got to be too much of a deficit, and they really weren't able to come back. And I also think part of that, too, is sometimes as a basketball player, you just have those off days. The Packers just haven't been able to get those shots to fall. And I think the way you come back from that is you just go back to the basics that you do on the first day of practice. You get the passes, you get the open looks, and you play defense. Defense is going to get these Packer girls back into this game. They got a big deficit here, but they're playing for a lot. And I think the seniors, Ashton Deemer and Bryn Geeson, are going to be telling these girls, hey, it's all right, we need to play. Another thing that really hurts a team is when you're down this much is you put down your head and you say, well, this game's over. No, it's not. There's a whole second half of basketball. I think you just need to forget about that first half, shake off whatever that was, because nobody knows what that was, because that's not Packer basketball for these girls. And I think you just start fresh, go to the basics, and hope for a little luck here and there, and we might have a good ball game at the end of this one.
Yeah, and something you mentioned earlier, Cody, was just how young this West Fargo Packers team is. They only have 2 seniors. The rest of most of their players that play are sophomore and younger, as compared to this Shanley team, who all of them except for Melvold are upperclassmen that have so far played in this game. So Shanley came in here with the experience, with kind of the calm, able to kind of see where this game can go. But you're right, if you're the Packers, you got to kind of shake off the first half, not hang your head. And if you're the Deacons, you're exactly right. You cannot let up on that gas pedal, which sometimes we see when teams are up by this much. But as you mentioned, there's still a whole nother second half. And before we go to commercial break, we just want to remind you that, again, broadcast coverage of today's EDC tournament basketball game has been made possible by Essential Health, Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Banker Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. When possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports. We thank them very much for making these streams and broadcasts available to you. And with that, we've got about a minute left here in halftime. We'll go to a quick commercial break and be back right after this break.
It was like you can't even describe it. Like I always tell people who don't have kids, it's like your heart running outside of your body. It's just incredible. Like, you made this little human, and you do everything you can to protect them.
Welcome back, everyone. 27-9 here as halftime wraps up here on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Deacons with the lead. And as we mentioned, Cody, Deacons just absolutely came out ready to roll in this first half, showing up just showing up ready to go. And if you're Packers fans, they just kind of need to get a little bit going, momentum going again. Packers, they still have a chance, they still have an opportunity. We know they are a team that is talented and they have an opportunity to come back. They need to keep their heads high, and they still got a shot, as this has been so far kind of a bullying on them in this first half. But Cody, we both know that this game is far from over, as Shanley Deacons kind of controlling the ball right now as Hodel drives, has a nice little jumper, but that's short. And nice rebound there by Riley Simon. So Packers coming out, starting out things good, getting a nice defensive rebound as Riley Simon's going to get the ball down low. She's going to be guarded against Shrima and Hakim. But she says, that's all right, I'll make the basket anyways, and gets 2 points. And finally, Cody, at the 17-minute and 30-second mark in this second half, the Packers do break and get double-digit points, as that was just beautiful ball passing there by the Shanley Deacons. And we saw that in the first half, Cody. The Shanley Deacons doing a good job down here on this north end of the court, moving the ball around in front of the open girl, but that was just a great job by Lydia Madden finding Shrima open down low and getting another 2 points for her. So 29-11 here on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard in this second half with about 17 minutes here to go.
Better start here for the Packer girls out of the halftime there. Got to do a little better job down on the defense end and not let those easy points in the paint.
As Deemer's shot is off the mark, but rebound there by Morales Simon, and she gets another 2 points here for the Packers. And again, she is an underclassman, only a sophomore, but look at her coming in and get things going as the Packers have a steal again. But I believe Bradley Peterson's going to get tripped up on her own feet, and that's going to be a travel. So possession is going to go to the Shanley Deacons. But you know, you're exactly right, Cody. This is a great job by the Packers, coming out ready to play. It looks like they've tried to leave that first half behind them, and they've got this thing going. I think what Mike Benson might have said at half and what some other coaches might have said at half maybe got this team realizing that, hey, we need to show up if we want this one to be close. As that is tremendous defense there by Bryn Geeson, as Lydia Madden was kind of clawing at that one a little bit. But it's going to be a jump ball either way. And with that, I believe Steve Jacobson and the Shanley Deacons are going to get timeout. And so are we. So we'll be back right after this break on the Make It Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Good. 29-13, Packers finally went past that double-digit mark as it's 16-22 here in this second half. Deacons lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Broadcast coverage made possible today by Sean Carlson and Town & Country Credit Union. Make home happen with Sean Carlson and Town & Country Credit Union. With a 97% satisfaction rate, it's through why members love Town & Country Credit Union.
Yeah, Kenley, you said it. The Packers finally reached that double-digit mark. May have broken the ice here. This is definitely the Packer team we've seen all season long. And like you said, they put that first half behind them, and let's see if they can keep that comeback alive here.
And you know what I really noticed then coming out of the half is the fact that they've really picked up on this defense. They had two really good defensive plays that caused them to get the ball. That time just couldn't get the ball down low to where they were going, but nice job there from Busick. Get it to Shrima as Hakim, and they're going to want a travel there on Bradley Peterson, and I don't know if I've ever seen someone do that before, but Hakim's going to get that ball and tip it out of bounds, so it is going to stay with the Packers' possession. Excuse me, you can go, Cody.
That might have hurt. I heard the screech up here, and we've talked about it before. Those basketball, those
floor burns are those floor burns are hurtful. As you probably got some turf burns in your time on the football field. As Fowles got the ball, gives it back to Deemer for three. And that's no good, but rebounded, at least tried to be rebounded by Geeson, no good, but rebounded by Van Winkle instead, given to Chloe Fowl. As the Shanley Deacons are again, they're going to stay in that zone that they've been in since this first half. As Fowl shot is off the mark, rebounded by Hakim, as Busick's going to come away with it. Busick had a nice little handle there for the Deacons that she was able to get by Bryn Geeson. and gives it back to Mattern. Over there to Busick at the top of the key. Packers are going to look to be going into a 2-3 zone as well. So Packers started out in a man-to-man, and it looks like they've kind of switched throughout the first half and through into the second half. Going to a zone as Van Winkle comes up with a great steal for the Packers. And Chloe Fowle's shot is good. So Chloe Fowle gets another 2 points here as she makes it 29-15 on the Central Health scoreboard with the Deacons in the lead. Hodel with the ball. Mattern gives it to Hakim in the paint. Dishes it down there to Shrima. That was a tremendous job between Hakim and Shrima. And Cody, you can just kind of see the chemistry there. Nice little high-low action as Hakim was able to see that Shrima was wide open as we just had a big uh-oh here for the West Fargo Packers as Chloe Fowle picked up her 4th personal foul with just under 15 minutes to go here in this second half.
Yeah, that's a big foul for the Shanley Deacons. Not only did you add 1 foul for the Packers and you gave Chloe Fowle her 4th, but you shut down the momentum. The Packers were kind of getting that momentum, and we talked about the Deacons cannot let off the gas pedal. So good foul there for the Deacons, kind of stopped the Packer momentum.
And Shrima's second one is no good, but Hakim's going to get the rebound. Again, something that the Packers have rebounds as Mattern and
Van Winkle, I believe.
Van Winkle, yep. Mattern and Van Winkle kind of fought over that one, and there was a little bit of hesitation there between the refs to see what that possession would be given to, but they are going to say it is Deacons' ball, which from up here, I think that was the right call, but hey, you never really know. As nice job there by Uche coming in for the Packers and getting the ball in front of Hakim. As we have mentioned, Uche with her arms up high is probably about 7 feet, and she's going to be someone that's going to be able to contest Hakim down low. As Simon's shot is no good. Shrima gets the rebound there. Nice defense by Shrima, not causing the foul to be called against her. As Busick's going to be guarded there by Peterson. Gives it to Mattern at the top of the paint. No good. Gives it back to Busick. Dishes it over there to Melvold for 3. That one's short, but it's going to be rebounded by the Shanley Deacons. And again, Packers giving up a rebound. This is a second chance opportunity. Packers need to box out. As that was a nice move by Lydia Mattern. A little bit of a euro, a little bit of a jab there, and she gets another basket to fall. So 31-15 on the Essentia Health tournament scoreboard here. Deacons are up by quite a bit here by 16 as Van Winkle's 3 is short, but it's going to be all right into the hands of Bradley Simon. I think it's actually going to hit off the head of Shrima and then go into the hands of Bradley Simon. But Mike Benson and the Packers are going to call a timeout, and so are we. We'll be back right after this break.
It was like you can't even describe it. Like I always tell people who don't have kids, it's like your heart running outside of your body. It's just incredible. Like, you made this little human and you do everything you can to protect them.
Welcome back here. 31-17. Deacons lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Broadcast coverage made possible today by Go Promo in West Fargo. Contact Casey or Twilight. Go Promo for all of your promotional needs covered. Visit justgopromo.com. Go Promo. Consider it branded. Also made possible by Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Find out how your life can change through chiropractic. Visit htchiro.com. Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo, as they are sponsors, as are some other businesses today who are making these broadcasts possible. So big thank you to those businesses as we get going here again in this second half. Deacons up 31-17 on the Essential scoreboard, but Bradley Peterson coming away with a nice steal almost, but Busick is able to recover there for the Deacons, and she's going to pass things up, but Geeson is able to cause a little trouble, and there's just another thing, a hot potato, if I don't really know what's going on here. As you can see, Coach Rick Anderson telling the players to slow down, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. These girls are so high-strung right now. They're just so worried about the score. But just like that, Shomer responds there for the Deacons and makes it 33-17. Bradley Peterson with the ball on the far side. Dishes it down there to Simon, who thought about it. Gives it back there to Peterson. Dishes out to Geeson for the deep 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded there by Shorma. Shorma's going to pass it up there to Busick as that one is going to be a cross-court pass there to Melvold, and Melvold's going to try to dump that down to Hakim, but Uche's going to come away with the rebound, but Uche just kind of tosses it out for no one, and Deacons respond with a basket from Shrima. And just like that, it's 35-17 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. We also want to remind you that broadcast coverage made possible by the Packerbacker Booster Club, which is proud to support the West Fargo Packers, and wishes both the boys and girls basketball teams the best of luck in the EDC tournament, which again, the first round of EDC is happening today. That is what you're watching right now. Second round is going to be happening Thursday, and the final round will be happening on Saturday, finishing up at the Shack.
Geeson gets a steal there for the Packers. Shot there by the Packers is no good, but Van Winkle has it.
Back there to Peterson. She's guarded there. Nice by Shorma as Simon gets the ball. No good. Rebounded there by Shrima, who had a nice defensive play. And she's going to give it back there to Shorma for three. Going to be a deep two instead. No good, but Hakim's going to come away with the rebound. And Mike Benson is going to call a timeout as he is not happy with the offensive rebound there by Shanley Deacons. And with that, we'll be going to a break. 37-17 here. Deacons lead on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
And welcome back, everyone. 37-17 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard. Deacons with the lead. Again, we also want to remind you that the broadcast coverage is made possible by Van Dam Chiropractic. Are you recovering from a sports injury, car accident, or just need relief from chronic pain? Visit VanDamChiropractic.com to schedule a free consultation with Dr. Scott Van Dam at Van Dam Chiropractic in Fargo. Packers have the ball here, down by 20 right now. Given there to Chloe Fowl at the top of the paint. Jumpers off the mark, no good. As Walsvik's able to come away with the rebound, but they're going to say her foot. No, they're going to say Shrima and Walsvik were touching at the same time, and Shrima's foot was on the line, so it's going to stay Packers ball. As Deemert's going to get that one for a three, and that one is no good. As you know, Cody, I don't think the Packers have made a three this game.
No, I don't think so.
Busik's going to get the ball. Nice defense there by Bryn Geeson, and Hakim's going to come away with it, but instead Steve Jacobson is going to call a timeout for the Deacons. So we'll be back again shortly after this break.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
And welcome back, everyone. 37-17 here. Deacons are up by 20 on the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard with about 11:20 left to go. We'd like to remind you that broadcast coverage of today's EDC tournament basketball game has been made possible by Essentia Health, Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packerbacker Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. So when possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports. Deacons with the ball here as they had just previously called a timeout as Packers did a nice job. Bernice did a nice job causing the timeout to be called there by Steve Jacobson. As Hakim's going to get the ball down low, double team, no good. Gives it out there to Busick, down to Melville, back to Hakim, up to Busick at the top of the key. Nice ball moving here by the Shanley Deacons. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Busick's shot is up and no good, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. So nice job by the West Fargo Packers causing the Shanley Deacons get a shot clock violation. That's a great job on their part. As this might be a little bit of what hopefully can get the Packers going here in this second half. They've got just under 11 minutes to try to come up with a win here as they are down by 20. Foul with the ball, guarded there by Madden, tosses it out there to Demert. Demert's gonna pull it out, give it over there to Geeson. As again, the Shanley Deacons have remained to stay in that zone, which has actually worked out pretty good for them. And they're gonna say Demert was on the line, and it's gonna cause the Packers to have a turnover. So it is gonna be Deacons' ball, and every time the Packers have a turnover, it's just not going in their way. You know, we talked about the fact that they came out hot, they did really good defensively, they've come out of that halftime, and it seemed like they kind of put that first half behind them, but they gotta get going here in this second half if they want to come back from what's going to now be a 22-point deficit. So 39-17, Deacons Liz. Kim gets another point on the Essential Health tournament scoreboard here with just about 10-12 to go in this second half. Simon with the ball down low, guarded there by Shrima, dishes it to Foul for a jumper, which rolls in and out. Rebounded there by Hakim for the Deacons. Given to Hodel, going to be guarded there by Foul. Given up to Busick. There to Lydia Madden right in the paint, dishes down to Hakim. Nice job by Hakim getting around her defenders, but that one just doesn't go in. Simon and Hakim are going to battle it out, and they're going to have a foul there on Hakim, which that's going to be her second personal and the first team foul here in the second half here for the Packers. And, you know, I had kind of been thinking that could have been called also early in the game. It's a kind of a judgment call on that one, so she got called for it this time, did not get called for it for the previous times, though. So both teams now with one team foul here in the second half. 39-17 on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Deacons with the lead. Geeson with the ball, gives it over to Van Winkle on the far side. Back to Geeson, over to Van Winkle. Geeson to Bradley Peterson, and there's going to be a foul there. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Shrima. I believe it's going to be on Bird. Yep, so Mariah Bird's going to pick up her first personal and the second team foul. And Cody, this is maybe the first time that the opposing team playing the West Fargo Packers has more team fouls than the Packers do. Ball given in there to Geeson. Back to Foul for three. And that one's well short, but they're going to say there's going to be a foul there. I believe it's going to be on Mattern. So Mattern's going to pick up her first personal, and it's going to be the 13th foul. So 2 fouls here that the Shanley Deacons have committed in about the last 10 seconds as the Packers get yet another opportunity. Ball given to Van Winkle, over to Peterson, over there to Geeson on the far side. Geeson back to Peterson. Peterson's going to drive, dishes it to Van Winkle, who's able to keep it in bounds. Back to Peterson as they try to get it. Peterson guarded there by Shrima, somehow gets that one to Geeson. Back to Foul for 3. And finally, the Packers make a 3-pointer, and it's 39-20 here as the Deacons are up by 19, as this is exactly what the Packers need if they want to come back. If you're a Shanley Deacons fan, you need them, the Shanley Deacons, to score on this one and try to tame the Packers, as that one is taken away there from Bird, and it's going to be Foul who comes out with the rebound. Foul thought about it. She's going to try to shoot it and draw the foul, but it's no good as Busick comes away with it. As Hodel's going to have control here for the Deacons. Gives it up to Geeson. Excuse me, not to Geeson, to Busick, who's guarded by Geeson. Back to Mattern at the top of the key. She's going to drive and look to go all the way, which she does, but her shot's off the mark. Rebounded there by Simon and given to Geeson and the West Fargo Packers. Geeson's going to look to go all the way, which she does, but her shot's just a little too strong. As Simon and Bird are going to fight over the jump ball, and possession arrow is going to go to the Deacons. Again, broadcast coverage is made possible by Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. Make home happen with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. With a 97% satisfaction rate, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. As we get some substitutions here for the Packers and for the Deacons, as Hakim's going to take control here for the Deacons, which we don't see all that often, as she passes it back there to Busick, who's going to hand it over there to Mattern. Nice job by Fowl to get Mattern to kind of fumble with the ball a little bit, but Mattern able to recover. Hakim with a nice little sideline jumper, and that one goes in as well. So Hakim with another 2 points, and she makes it 41-20 on your Essential Health Tournament scoreboard. Foul with the ball. She's left wide open. Gives it to Van Winkle, who thought about the three. She's going to take a nice little jumper instead, and that was just off the mark. Rebounded there by Hakim. And Hakim's going to need to get that ball up and over the half-court line. as she almost got called for a travel, but was able to corral that ball in. And she gave it to Busick. Up there to Bird at the top of the key, guarded there by Demert, and Bird's going to move around Demert. She probably could have gone all the way to the hole, but instead she gives it to Akim to try and make the nice little bunny shot instead, but that one's no good. Given to Van Winkle. Van Winkle's going to work down the court. She's going to dish it there too. Foul for the sideline jumper, and that was just a little too strong. And they're going to call a foul. I believe that's going to be on Busick. And Shanley Deacon fans are not happy about that one, as it looks like Busick's going to be called for a push, and it's going to be Packers ball. So it is going to be Packers ball, as they're going to get it in, give it into Simon, who's going to move, do a nice little jumper from inside the paint, and she gets nothing but net, and is able to make it 41-22. The Packers down on your Essentia Health tournament scoreboard. Again, broadcast coverage made possible by Go Promo in West Fargo. Contact Casey or Twyla at Go Promo for all your promotional needs covered. Visit justgopromo.com. Go Promo. Consider it branded. As the Deacons shot was off the mark, but they're able to come away with their rebound, and Hakim's going to go up. No good. Rebounded there between Van Winkle and Simon, and that's going to be the last touch there by the Packers, though, so it is going to stay with the Deacons underneath the basket, as Peterson is going to come in here for the Packers, and Shrima is going to come in here for the Deacons. As it almost just looks like, Cody, that the Packers just aren't really vibing with each other so much tonight. They look like they haven't played together as a team all year long. It looks kind of like that first game of the season when you're still trying to get to know how dynamics work between players on the court. As Bradley Peterson goes coast to coast, but her shot's off the mark. Rebounded there by Van Winkle as it was fumbled down low. As Van Winkle gets her first 2 points of the night, and she makes it 41-24. Deacons with the lead with about 6:30 there to go on your Essentia Health tournament scoreboard. As Mo Hakim is going to go to the line to shoot too, as Riley Simon is going to pick up her third personal, I believe. And that's actually going to be Riley Simon's fourth personal. So Riley Simon and Chloe Fowl, both with 4 personal fouls here for the West Fargo Packers.
Yeah, this is big for the Shanley Deacons. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. Get Fowl and Simon in foul trouble, and that's exactly what the Shanley Deacons have done. And that really hurts that Packer offense, especially down in the paint. It allows Hakim and Shorma to get those points down in the paint.
Yeah, it was a great job there by the Deacons. Did a good job. Hakim then coming in, getting a nice free throw. As that one's off the mark, and it looks like maybe there was a little bit more communication there between Simon and Fowl, as Fowl came away with that rebound. Simon's three is off the mark, as Packers have just been kind of off so far tonight, as Geeson's going to come away with the steal. Nice job by Geeson coming away and causing the turnover there for the Deacons, as Fowl's shot's going to be blocked there by Shrima. Nice job by Shrima coming in, not causing the foul. And the Deacons get the ball, so Hodel here controlling traffic for the Deacons. And she's going to give it to Hakim down low, who almost loses it, but Hakim's going to be guarded there by Simon, as Hakim had a nice move, but that one just couldn't go in. As you can see, the Deacons coach, Steve Jacobson, get really excited and a little bit of disappointment as that one didn't fall. As Van Winkle's shot for the Packers is no good, as Green Geeson's going to be fouled there by Shrima. And you know, Cody, it's my first time I've gotten to say it all game. But can we talk about the great sportsmanship between Liddy Mattern and Bryn Geeson? So there's that before we go to the break. So with that, Packers are going to take a timeout. We'll be taking a break, and the show will be back right after this. 42-24, Deacons lead on the Essentia Health tournament scoreboard.
Dr. Scott Van Dam provides comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture health care. He specializes in treating conditions involving the nerves, muscles, and joints in patients from infants to elderly. If he finds your condition is one that cannot be resolved or you're not seeing improvement with treatment, he will get you to a doctor who can. Call Dr. Scott Van Dam at 701-532-5320. Also, visit them online, vandamchiropractic.com, or stop in for a consultation at 1203 28th Street, South Fargo.
And welcome back to West Fargo High School, everyone. 42-24, the Essentia Health tournament scoreboard here with about 5:47 left to go in this second half. Deacons are up Again, we want to remind you that broadcast coverage is made possible by Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Find out how your life can change through chiropractic. Visit htchiro.com. Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. It is also made possible by the Packer Backer Booster Club, which is proud to support West Fargo Packers and wishes both the boys and girls basketball teams the best of luck in the EDC tournament. And speaking of the boys basketball team here for the West Fargo High School Packers, we'll be having their game covered at 7:30 tonight. So make sure you come back for that one, as they are going to be taking on the Grand Forks Central Knights. As the Knights had a big win this past Saturday against the Fargo South Bruins to get to that game against the Packers. And a little bit of contact there between Mattern and Simon, but there's going to be no foul called, and the Deacons are going to come away with it. Kate Busick with the ball on the near side. She's going to pass it back. I'll give it to Hodel, who's going to take control. As Busick's going to get it again. It looks like the Packers have now switched back to a man-to-man defense to see if they can try to get something going. As Mattern's got it. She's going to dish it down low to Hodel, who was wide open. And that's a beautiful backdoor cut there by Hannah Hodel, who's able to get another 2 points. And the Deacons' lead is now back to 20. As Bradley Peterson's got it here for the Packers. She's going to pass it back over, at least try to, but that was going to be taken away there by Mattern, as this is just poor passing here by the Packers. And, you know, this is just something that that isn't going too well for the Packers so far in this game. They're just making some poor decisions. And, you know, now I'm starting to feel like it might have been given up, but then Chloe Fowl comes away with a steal and another 2 points here for the Packers. So Chloe Fowl makes it 44-26. Deacons still with the lead on the Essential Health Tournament scoreboard with about 4:45 here to go. And we're going to have an official timeout, as it looks like the shot clock was not reset correctly. As there was 19 seconds when the whistle was blown, but they're going to have 25 seconds now. So shot clock is going to be at 25 seconds here. Deacons with the ball. Busick with the ball at the top of the key. As she's going to try to give it to Shrima, who was wide open on the backdoor cut. It's Chloe Fowl just wasn't quite looking, but nice job by Busick's defender, who was able to say, maybe not on that one. So Bryn Geeson helping cover the mishap there with Chloe Fowl and her, the person she was defending, as Geeson's going to come away with it. She's going to pass it down to Chloe Fowl for possibly the and one, but it's no good. So Chloe Fowl's going to go to the line to shoot 2, as that one's going to be Shrima, which is going to be on Shrima, so that's going to be her second personal. And Cody, that's going to be the Deacons' 16th foul. So next foul here on the Deacons is going to cause the Packers to go to that bonus. As Fowl nails the first one, and Deemert's going to come in here for Peterson.
Yeah, Kenley, you said one more foul and the Deacons are in the bonus. And if there's any way for the Packer girls to muster back a win or a comeback of some sort here, they need to keep drawing those fouls and get easy points at the line when the clock is not running, as they are under that 5-minute mark.
And you know, the great thing, you said it, the clock isn't running, especially under that 5-minute mark. If they get to the line, that stops the game. They still save some time while still getting some points, so you're exactly right. As Van Winkle's shot is no good. Rebound's going to go to Hakim. We'd also like to remind you that broadcast coverage is also made possible by Van Dam Chiropractic. Are you recovering from sports injury, car accident, or just need relief from pain? Visit VanDamChiropractic.com to schedule a free consultation with Dr. Scott Van Dam at Van Dam Chiropractic in Fargo. As we're going to have Melvold come in here for the Deacons, as they had a turnover there. As Packers are going to get the ball, and then every time the Deacons do not get a basket down there into the court, it gives a little bit more hope here to the Packers of the possibility of a comeback. But they've got about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do so, and they've got quite the point differential to make up, as that was a nice defensive play there by the Deacons, as Melvold almost struggled with that one, but is able to pass it off to Hodel before anything is called. And Deacons are going to get the ball. Nice job there by Deemert, but I believe it's going to be touched there by Melvold last, which it is, so it is going to be Packers ball, as Deemer comes in with a nice defensive play. As it's a little disappointing to see Mike Benson not give his teammates that are switching in and out some high fives, but just players know that we think you're doing a good job tonight, and you're doing it your best, and you're all. So, Van Winkle with the ball for Fowl for the deep three. That's nothing but net. As Fowl says, let's go. And now it's 44-31 on the Essential Health Media scoreboard. And Packers are down by 13 with 3 minutes here to go. Busick with the ball, gives it to Akim. Back to Mattern, over to Hodel, down to Akim, who's been playing good all night. Akim's shot is no good. Nice defense there by Riley Simon. And she's able to get it up there to Foul, who's going for the three yet again. And that's nothing but net. And there's a 10-point differential in this game. 44-34 near Central Health tournament scoreboard. And the Packers are down by 10 with 2:30 left to go. And no call. We're going to have a timeout called here by Steve Jacobson and the Shanley Deacons. So 10-point differential here. Deacons up 44-34 on the Essential Health tournament scoreboard. We'll be back right after this break.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
.44-34 here on the Ascension Health Tournament scoreboard. Deacons up by 10 as the Packers have had a major comeback here as Chloe Fowl had back-to-back threes to add 6 points to the Packers side of the scoreboard. Again, broadcast coverage of today's EDC Tournament basketball game is made possible by Ascension Health. Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson and Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Backer Booster Club, John Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. When possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude of Sports.
And Kenley, we got us a ball game here at West Fargo.
As Foul comes away with a steal, she's able to save that one, backs up a little bit, and then she's able to get that one to go in. So 8-point differential here as Foul has had the last 8 points for the West Fargo Packers and has done a tremendous job coming in the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds here for the Packers. Mattern with the ball. She's going to dish out to Hodel, who thought about the three, but she's going to pull it out instead. Again, Deacons still up by 8, so they do not need to score. I'm noticing there. The goal is going to be to take some time off the clock, get some easy baskets, but that one is no good, and Sven Winkle will come away with the rebound. So under 2 minutes here, Packers down by 8. The score is 44-36 on your Central Health bracket as that shot is well off the mark there by Chloe Fowl. But it looks like it's saved by Solvik Seymour. It's going to go back to Chloe Fowl. And that three's off the mark, but there's some anger there as Packer fans are like, hey, that one should have counted, but they're going to say no goal. It would have made it a 5-point game here as Chloe Fowl and Solvik Seymour and the West Fargo Packers are telling their girls, hey, it's all right. Hey, we got this. We're still in this one. Just because that last one doesn't count doesn't mean that we don't have the opportunity to still get another 3 points or 2 points down on this end of the court.
And, Kenley, this is the smallest lead that the Deacons have had since the beginning of the game when they led 9-2 over the Packers.
As I doubt the Deacons are going to give Chloe Fowl the option to shoot from behind that arc much longer. But now it's 38-44, 6-point differential here. 1:30 on the clock.
What a shot there by Riley Simon, and what a move to get to the basket as she weaved in and out around a few Deacons there.
Hakim's shot's off the mark, but Shrima's able to get the rebound, and Hakim's shot is, Shrima off the mark, but the Packers are going to need to do a foul here as there's only 1:11 on the shot clock. And you're right, Cody. I cut you off there as Shrima was shooting again, but that was a great job by Riley Simon, realizing that Deacons were not going to give Chloe Fowl the option to shoot that 3-point shot again. And so she took it upon herself and made the ball go down low. As Uche and Clayman will come in here for the Packers. As we might be seeing this kind of often now. Mike Benson is going to put in some defensive players, and then once the Packers get the ball, he's going to then put back in his more dominant shooters. Mattern with the ball, who thought about it. Packers have to do something here. They got 1 minute left, and it's ticking down. 16 seconds on the shot clock, as they're finally going to get a foul called there against Hodel. Well, it's going to be on Van Winkle, but Hodel's the one who had the ball. So that's going to be Van Winkle's second personal and the fourth team foul here for the Packers. They still got quite a few to go before they get before they get the Deacons to the line for the 1-for-1 bonus. And Chloe Fowle's going to come back in, but there's going to be a foul before the ball's even gone in, and Geeson's going to be called for a hold. So fifth team foul there for the Packers as Geeson picks up her first personal of the night. So 44-38 in the Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard with 52 seconds left to go in this second half as the Packers have kind of come back in here in about the last 3 minutes. Ball's inbounded there to Busek. And foul's going to be called there on Brink Geeson yet again. So Geeson's going to pick up her third personal as this will finally get the Deacons to the line to shoot the 1-on-1. And for the Packers, they have a possibility to get the ball as Mike Benson puts in Solveig Seymour. And Cody, we both know what that means. She's usually hot from behind that three-point arc. So she's going to be someone that they're going to be looking to go to. They're especially going to be looking to go to Chloe Fowle. She had made the two three-pointers earlier in this match to kind of get them back in this one, but Kate Busek might have dulled the hopes there of the Packers as she made her first free throw.
And extended it to a three possessions here for the Deacons.
For the second one, is off the mark. Rebounded there by Chloe Fowle. 47 seconds on the clock. Chloe Fowle thought about it. Almost gets it taken away by Mattern. Geeson back to almost Chloe Fowle, but no good. They need to get the ball off. Van Winkle for three. That one's off the mark. Rebounded there by Geeson. Back to Van Winkle for another three. That's in! Van Winkle makes it 45-41. Deacons are only up by 4 here with 27.7 left to go on the clock. And talk about a game, Cody.
What a game, Kenley, there. As we saw the camera shaking here at West Fargo High School as the fans are getting into this one. This is a good game here as the Packers have made it interesting at the end of this one.
Hodel's first one goes in.
Still a two-possession game here.
And her second one drops as well. So Hodel coming in clutch here for the Deacons as she drops those two free throws. Solveig Seymour with the ball. She's going to toss that one out of bounds as she's trying to get that to Chloe Fowle. Just some miscommunication there between the Packers, which we've seen all game. And, you know, Cody, the Packers had a comeback here, but I think their comeback might have been a little too late.
Yep, little too last, little too late here.
And props to Shanley Deacons coming out ready to go. They came out firing, and they came out hot. As Shrima's going to get that ball there for the Deacons, as there's going to be a foul there. I'm not sure if that one's going to be on Fowle or Geeson, but if it is on Fowle, that's going to be her fifth personal, so she's going to be fouled out of the game.
I don't really agree with that, Kenley. I think Geeson had a good steal there from for the Packers there. She just kind of ripped the ball out of the hands, and Mike Benson for the Packers are not happy, and he's letting the refs get an earful on that one.
Yeah, I think the problem here is the fact that that foul most likely should have been called on Brink Geeson, which would have been her fourth personal, and it would have caused Chloe Fowle to still be in this ball game. So I can understand the frustration there, as we even see Coach Anderson get a little frustrated about that call. As that one's going to be hard on the Packers, and I got to agree with them on that one. That one looked like it should have gone to Brink Geeson, but that is going to be Chloe Fowle's fifth personal, so Fowle is now out of the game for the rest of the 16 seconds we have left.
And that might have just iced it there, folks.
As Shrema makes it 7-point differential here, 48-41 on your Essentia Health tournament scoreboard. No good. Rebounded there by Simon. They got 15 seconds to pull off a miracle. Given to Van Winkle, who thought about it. Back to Deemer for the deep three. That one's going to be tipped, though. No good. It's going to be short. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch there. They're going to say last touch not by Deemer. They're going to say that's going to be Deacon's ball. As, you know, Cody, I thought that one was tipped before it went out of bounds, but they're going to say no good. As Uche is going to come in here and try to play some defense and put her long arms to use here for the West Fargo Packers and try to cause a turnover here. As we like to give you an update here from the Davies and Cheyenne girls basketball game. Davies beat Cheyenne 87-56 as the Packers will most likely play the loser of Red River versus Valley City, but we have no score yet reported on that one. As Hodel's first one goes in. So again, Davies girls basketball beating Cheyenne girls basketball 87-56 in the first quarterfinal matchup for them, as Hodel's second one doesn't go in, but rebounded there by Van Winkle. 5 seconds to put on a little miracle here. Demert's going from behind, Geeson's going from behind that 10-foot line, and that's no good. And Mike Benson put his hand up and walked away. As that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. 49-41 here on your Essentia Health Tournament scoreboard as the Deacons come away with the win. We want to remind you that the broadcast coverage of today's EDC basketball tournament game has been made possible by Essentia Health, Go Promo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. Again, when possible, please patronize the businesses that have made this tournament coverage possible on Magnitude Sports. We'd like to remind you that starting at 7:30, we'll be having the game, the first quarterfinal game here between the West Fargo Packer boys and the and the Grand Forks Central boys. Again, we will take one final commercial break and come back and name our Essentia Health Player of the Game right after this message.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
And welcome back, everyone. Final score here at West Fargo High School. Deacons win 49-41 against the West Fargo Packers. And the player of the game for tonight's game is going to be Maggie Shorma, as she came off the bench ready to roll there for the Deacons. She had 12 points, Cody, and it's hard to come in off the bench, especially when you're at an opposing team school, but she did a good job, came in, had some clutch shots that helped the Deacons come away with a win tonight.
Yeah, you got it, Kenley. She gets the Essentia Health Player of the Game. Big game for the Deacons. The Packers tried to get a comeback there, but was just a little too a little too late as they fall 49-41.
Again, before we end this broadcast, we want to thank all our sponsors at Essentia Health, Go Promo, Healing Touch Chiropractic, the Packer Booster Club, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and Van Dam Chiropractic. We'd also like to remind you that we'll be covering the West Fargo Packer boys taking on the Grand Forks Central Night boys here at 7:30 back here at West Fargo High School. So come back and stay tuned for that one. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening tonight. Have a good night and take care, everyone.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.